Record, hit record. I'm kinda bored. I'm looking for a trade because I want to get paid. I, y'all already know what it is. Only other person unmuted is Dan is.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Let's look at some stuff, man. I don't know what this pre-market spike was right here. Don't know. Don't really matter too much. We're gonna let that look. We're gonna look at that. Let's slide this over. We see we got a clear. Let me turn that joint down. Make sure y'all can hear. We see we got a clear support down here. All right. So it looks like we actually headed back down there. Easiest trade might just be to look for a break of that and just let it ride. Um, it looks like we headed that way now. As always, when we live trading, please don't make the mistake of not having your brokerage account open with whatever ticker is on the screen. Most likely, I'm gonna trade SPY real quick, get us in and out. But yeah, have your brokerage account open, whether it's Webull, Tastyworks, Robinhood, M1, TT Ameritrade, TT Ameritrade, TD. God. Yeah, have your brokerage open, right? Stuff moves fast. If y'all don't know, I mainly scalp now. Well, I'll scalp all day. I'll do whatever. Whatever the market needs to have done to make some money. That's what I'll do. I'll still call some swings at the end of the day, about 10, 15 minutes before market close. Right now, the easiest trade again is just looking at SPY closing in here for like a day trade. Let's take it to the 3, take it to the 1. So we see we got some closes over here. We getting a big drop down back into this area. So I'm gonna go off a smaller time frame. I just want to be more precise. We getting that drop right now, but I'm gonna take it down here. So let's really just dive in. So we see right here where I changed the level. We have nothing but wicks. So what I'm gonna look for is a candle close in that area. That'll be the early aggressive entry. A candle close below 425.31 will be our more conservative entry. Keeping in mind that it could pull back. A lot of times they do pull back, retest. We don't get shaken out, just like yesterday. We don't get shaken out. We don't get scared. Market ain't finna pimp us. You know what I'm saying? We pimp the market, right? We trade the market. We don't let the market trade us. So we see on the 1, we have been making these higher highs. Boom, 425.94, 426, 426.30, 426.53. For us to make another higher high would mean that this move right now would need to come from here because we already broke above this high. It would mean we need to come all the way up here, which would be about $1 move. So if we get that, that would be great. To me, it just seems really unlikely. I mean, open that. Overall, it don't seem like we're gonna push all the way back up there. Market today is having, damn, it's a $2 range, 427.53 to 450, 425.30. Oh man. So that's not a very big daily range, right? High is 427.53, low is 425. Damn. So we got a $2 range. SPY might not even be the move in all seriousness. SPY's average true range is like $7 or $8. Right now, we're looking at $2, and it's the middle of the day. So SPY not might be the move. We'll see. We're still getting all these red candles right here. So we have this big sell-off, just like right here. This big sell-off turned into a rebound. This is why we're gonna wait. Right. So this sell-off can come down here and retest this, and it could bounce off of that. So that's another thing we might look at is it bouncing off of that. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set an alert at I don't know. I don't want to set an alert. So it looks like we taking it down. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait on this. Yep. So we're brushing into that level right now. Oop, broke it. New low is made. Yep. So it made a new low. Like I said, I want to see a close. I want to see a close of a candle here. My only problem is it's coming through with nothing but selling pressure, which is good. But if we're gonna be scalping, then we know that after a bunch of selling, we're gonna get most likely a pullback with some buys, right? So even if it breaks through on nothing but red candles and it continues, I'm chilling. I'm just gonna wait for whenever it pulls back. Whenever it pulls back, that'll be when I get in. So we had our red candle. It ended up closing below, right? Made a new low, closed down here, and it's pushing again. I'm gonna wait till we get a green candle. I'm gonna wait till we get some green candles going. Yeah, I'm not fooling with it. Option rules everything around me. So would you wait for a breakdown, but come back and retest? Exactly, Marvin. So we are breaking down. This was the entry I said verbally I would want. But again, with all this selling, you know it's bound to have a little pop back up at some point, right? And so, like I said, I'm comfortable and fine with it just breaking through crazy, and I miss it. I'm fine with missing this original breakout. If you want to be more aggressive, you can get in right here or where we're at now. But I'm gonna wait for the pullback retest and then the for the continuation down. So we did make a new low and we still dropping. So that entry would have been great. It's all cool. Whenever we get this move here, that's when I'll look to go ahead and hop in. All right. And we're gonna go ahead and pop out to just look at some different levels from larger time frames. We still dropping on SPY. So 30-minute looks like we're gonna keep dropping. We have this 423.70 level below. So that could be a potential target. We already rejected that. Let's go back to the one. It's not holding up. It is not holding. Retest is always safer. Breakout doesn't always go. Exactly. And that's why I'm waiting, bro. I'm not too pushed. I'm not too pressed. And this is, like y'all are catching when I hop on these like middle of the day lives, you're catching just like the reality of it, bro. Like this is why I trade so calm. This is why I don't think there's a move that I missed ever. I caught what I wanted to catch and I caught what I allowed myself to get, you know. Like I called Bed Bath and Beyond yesterday and I took 10% and then it went up like 400%, But I wasn't like sitting there beating myself over the head about it, especially since I had took profits already on some other stuff. So now we got our inside candle on the one. So that could be the entry. Let me get my dang on phone back up. I'm tripping. All right, so I got SPY 0-day to expiration, pull it up. If we get our break, we're gonna go 424 puts. Small win is better than big loss for sure. So we're gonna go 424, 0 DTE. If we get this break below 424.81. So That's what we're looking for as our trigger. Break below 421, 424.81. Right now we're inside bars on the 1 minute. Waiting. We wanna get the break. I'll enter on the break. A close below would be ideal, of course. So there's the break of the low. I'm getting in. Yep. Oh, I didn't get filled. Come on. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, market. All right. So I got filled on the break. Like I said, you want to be patient, you can. I'm not on this one. I took the break. I got filled on the 424 same day expiration puts at $86 per contract. So here's our entry. Hey, bro. My phone is tripping. That's what I get for walking in the rain this morning. Jordan, SPY 424P at 0.86, 0 DTE at Jordan's alerts, send. All right. I see the questions in the chat. Y'all can keep asking questions in the chat. I'm gonna get to them in a second. Once I put my alert on the screen, SPY 424P 0 DTE at 0.86. All right. Cool. What's this? There's bars. This bar is what? 32 cents. So I'm just gonna flip that inside bar on his head for a potential target. I see the questions in the chat. I'm gonna hit them in a sec. Oh, you up 10% right now. Shit, you can take that and walk. So if you want to take your 10% right now, you can. I'm gonna rock with it. But you can take your 10%, keep going about your day and take the 10% scalp that we got in about 2-3 minutes. I'm gonna keep rocking with it. You can set that trailing stop, right? So if it goes back to break even, so we were just up 10% when I checked it on my phone, and that was after we had a little bit of a pullback. Right now it's up 5%. But if you want to go ahead, set that stop market order at break even, you can. So that way you don't lose anything, because we're not gonna give any money back to the market once we get it, right? We don't do that. Or you can, if you want to be a little loose, you can just use a 5% stop if you want. Since we're live looking at the chart, I'm just gonna go off candles. And that's what we're gonna look at. SPY puts 10%. Slash round slash TP move stop up. Yep. So this just pulled me out at break even, and I'm chilling with that. All right. There's nothing to get back in, because I didn't take the 10%. But I'm not, running crazy about it. So in the chat, let me know if y'all took y'all 10% or if y'all held through. Let me know if y'all just got out at break even. All right. And let me know if you held. There's nothing wrong with holding this either. But you shouldn't have given it back, right? We can always get back in. So let's hit the chat. Retest is always safe. I already talked about that. All right. Retest is always safe. Have you heard of staying by watching in the candle on a 30? Oh, yeah, bro. So if I'm scalping, I'm not gonna be using a 30-minute to stay in a trade because just like that, we got 10% in like 3 candles. We're on a 1-minute chart. So we got 10% in 3 minutes. So if you can grab 10%, right? You put 1,000 on that trade, you made $100 in 3 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the nature of it. Even if you make 50, that's why I say like you don't even got to think about the cost, like the price or the profit dollars all the time. Even if you got $50, if you put 500 on that trade, that's gas for the week or that's groceries, depending on where you live. You know, even if you in Cali, that's like 9 gallons of gas in 3 minutes. You pay for your gas for the week in 3 minutes. Like, be proud of that. All right. So we can try to catch something else. We see it's coming back down. All we did was retest this level here. Like I said, it was okay if you stayed in the trade. That's why I said that. But what's your risk management like? I know most traders say not to risk more than 20% of your account, but then again, I do see a lot of traders risk much more but have a tighter stop. That's exactly what I do. So when I have a very tight stop, I'm fully cool with risking more. Perfectly. If you stayed in, you at break even right now, right? So that big red candle just brought us back to break even if you stayed in. But that's how I am too, bro. Is if I'm having a real tight stop, I'm cool with having a heavier trade with a tighter stop. Overall, that's how I manage risk. And because I scalp and day trade and swing and do lottos, my risk management is kind of, if I sat for like an hour and a half and reviewed my trades, I'm sure I could find some like very strong similarities. Um, Most of the time I hit my weekly trading goal within the first 2 days of the week. So after that, I'm a little more loose. But yeah, I try to make sure everyone knows it's not like a one size fits all trading risk management. You just got to look at how you trade and, study your account and study yourself. Brittany looked like she took about 10% on it. Donna's holding, Jay's holding, Chad got out at break even. Kiana, Smiz, y'all are waiting. Y'all are holding. Apple's going red. You entered a 425, put at 88 and got out at 1.4. Solid. So you got 90, not 90. Is that 90%? 88 to 140. That might be like 80%. You loving the live trades. Appreciate it, bro. It's just one and done, bro. One and done type stuff, man. So we came down here. We can go ahead. I like to set kind of like a prediction trend line. All right. So I can have an idea of what could happen. Once we take out this high right here, I think if you did hold, I would personally close. And then if not, once we break over this candle for sure, I would look to close because it's a scalp. Like, stay true to what it is. Don't let the scalp become a day trade unless it's moving in the direction, right? So you can let the scalp turn into a day trade because it's running in your favor, but don't let a scalp become a day trade because you're holding it even though it might reverse on you, right? So we went in here, right? We came here. I signal an exit for 10%, along with, you could trim, you could take profit, you can set a stop loss to break even. And that was just when I saw it on the pullback, it was up 10. um, today's live is sponsored by the Wu-Tang. So we're rejecting here. Am I playing FOMC today? I ain't even know FOMC was today. Y'all think I be joking when I say I don't be paying attention to that stuff. I'm serious. I don't look at news. I don't know what events are happening in the market. Again, you put 1,000 on this trade, you made $100 in 3 minutes. If you know you can, like, bro, I literally just got done walking, came in here, fixed a bowl of cereal, hopped on the live. When you like are confident that you can make even just $100 in 3 to 5 minutes without looking at a bunch of other stuff, like why would you? You know? And that's just my philosophy now where I'm at in my trading is 3 candles, 10%. Right. And I'm using that again, that $1,000 as an example. If you put 1,000, if you put 500, the market gives you a 10% return for holding it for a year. You just did it in 3 minutes. We didn't look at order flow. We didn't look at who said what, Biden's bill. And that's why I personally don't pay attention to that. Because if I swing, even when I swing, I'm just swinging overnight. Like we took Fubo, whatever it is. We took Fubo overnight. All right. I called the swing out about 10 minutes into close yesterday. And we gapped up today. And that was it. Took profits at 45%. And now it's dropping, right? That's why I take stuff at open too. So you don't, that's the other thing is, like DE, when I called the DE swing, I got out on that at 140% overnight swing, 140%. And if people held and they went up 400%, cool. I don't feel like I missed nothing. People who held Fubo after I said get out for 45%, they're down. All right. I'm taking my profit, and keeping it pushing. Yeah, Fubo was the lotto. Technicals. What do I think on Walmart? I don't know. I think Walmart probably suckered some folks in with this push right here. I think Walmart suckered folks in with that push. And then people probably thought it was going to fill that gap. And then pull it back. So I think if Walmart can close above the high of yesterday, you can see some continuation for a swing. That's it. Technicals. Can I review why I got into Fubo? High volume compared to its normal volume. Had a big move the day before, and it had high short interest. And that's it. So this big move came. Only thing is, I wish I don't really like be stuck on past trades like that. But I call Bed Bath & Beyond calls like on this day, on this day, on this day. I'm just like, damn, bro. And I looked at it again yesterday. At this point, I'm like, nah, I'm done. But yeah, agree, limit noise, focus on technicals. Exactly. And it's just limiting noise, right? Like if it doesn't apply to what I'm doing, why do I care? Why does it matter to me? If it makes me have to do more work, unless it's going to directly make me more money. But even there, there's some sort of scale that has to come into place where how much work are you willing to do for a certain amount of money, right? To put that in perspective, you can have your job say your job pay you six figures for your 40 hours a week, right? You cool with that. If your job said we'll pay you $1 million, you like, damn, bet. But then if your job says we need you to work how many hours is in a week? Like 180, something like that. 24 times 7, 168. It's 168 hours in a week. If your job said we need you to work, let's factor in if you sleep for 6 hours a day. So that's minus 42. So your job says we'll pay you $1 million, but you have to work 126 hours a week. All right. So like at that point, you're literally leaving yourself just enough time for 6 hours of sleep. You still gotta, eat and family, kids, or whatever. At that point, if you're working 126 hours a week, the pay is no longer worth it. All right. Even if your job said we'll give you 10 million, you know, you might do it and like you at that point, you basically are just gonna be like, this is just for my family. We're gonna give you 10 million, you gotta work 130 hours a week. That means at that point, you literally can only work, eat, and sleep. You cannot do nothing else. Right. And so at that point, just for perspective of this, at that point, it's like, bro, it doesn't matter if you pay me 10 million. I won't have a chance to live. I can't do nothing but work for you and eat while I'm working and sleep in between work. At that point, it's not worth it. Right. So that's a more extreme type of example, but all the same, for me, I'm like, that's why you see my chart don't have a bunch of indicators on it. Cause I know indicator based strategies and I can do them. But if I don't have to look at a RSI and a MACD and an EMA and a Bollinger Band for me to make my trade, I could just pop on SPY on the 1 minute any old time of day and just be like, hey, cool, this is what I'm gonna do. Here's my entry. Here's what I'm looking at. Boom, 10%. All right, let's keep it pushing. Then I'm gonna do that, you know? And that's it. Right. So why would I force myself to do extra if I don't have to? And that just comes in reviewing your trades. And if y'all held, hopefully y'all got out. But that comes with reviewing your trades and studying yourself. Like I say, you can go on all our classes, you can go buy everybody's course, you can watch a million videos on YouTube. But at some point, you have to start studying yourself so you can improve within yourself. Right. And you can figure out what makes the best sense for you. So that's why when I'm scalping per se, I don't look at all this extra stuff. I'll look at other stuff if I don't see something and I want an idea for something to go break down. But for the most part, again, if I can pull up on SPY after going for a mile walk, fix a bowl of Frosted Flakes, sit down, pop on SPY, send out a live trade link, grab 10% in 3 minutes, what I'm gonna go look at Joe Biden's bill for? I just grab 10% every day. And be like, you know what I'm saying? Just, I'm cool, and then it flip, right? So you gotta protect yourself. That's why I say you can take your 10% or you can set a stop loss at break even. And that's what I did is I set a stop at break even to give it room to possibly go. And it didn't. So I got pulled out I got pulled out at break even on this trade after I gave you all the 10% exit. But I took Fubo overnight for 45%. So even there, I'm still not pressed for a new trade. I'm good. Right. Scroll through the chat. Do I look at option flow and dark pool? I dark pool not too often. Because I mainly scalp. Option flow, I used to. I don't even look at that too much now. Cause again, like you just saw, it's a 3 minute trade. I don't need options flow for a 3-minute trade. Chad said he got suckered in on Walmart. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Walmart is flipping back down. Let's pop on an hour. We got pre-market on. Yeah, we do. So yeah, Walmart immediately shot up, and it's just been dropping ever since. Uh, so you could wait for Walmart. You could wait for it to re-break its high. It looks like it's already broken or it's testing the 50 on the 50% retracement of that candle. Yep, it already broke that. Yeah. And then it might come down and just test right here. Right. So you could wait for it. 'Cause these are all just inside bars that continuously are breaking, 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 breaking. You could find support at 139.5. And that could be, if you want to be aggressive with an entry, try to catch a potential bounce right there. It could bounce there. So if we do bounce here, then we'll come back up and retest that 140.90 area. And that's going to be what determines what happens after that, right? If you can break through, you good. You might consolidate a little bit. And then after that, if you don't consolidate the rest of the day, then, that's what you got to look at what's going to happen next. And you don't know which way to go. If y'all got questions, y'all can put them in the chat. These jobs want you to work 40 an hour, 40 hours for roughly the new average is 17 to 22 an hour. It's not worth at that point in time, but everybody has value. They know their worth. Yeah. And that's why, like, I don't tell folks to quit their jobs, but I encourage people to look at themselves and look at their life. And if you want the people who are like, every week you have some complaints about what you do for a living, then you need to figure out a way to get around that so you can really live. Because once you die, your job ain't finna be sitting there crying over you, bro. They don't care whether or not you lived a full, happy life. Right? Ain't nobody tripping on that. They finna hire somebody else. In most cases, right? So, once you get to the point, you just look at it differently, and if your job doesn't fulfill you, then you need to figure out how I can hop on SPY, make 10% in 3 minutes, and keep on with my day, you know? And if you can consistently do that, you good. If you can replace your job's income, trading and do it in less time, why wouldn't you? All right. But let's get back to the charts. Does anyone see a chance for puts on Walmart so I can get something back for the loss on my call? Not unless you break 139.44. And you could try to maybe take it down to 137.40. I ain't fooling with it. I only like trading what like looks really good to me. Walmart, I would be a little confused, really. And I would have also gotten out once you broke right here. So I don't know if you're still in, but once you broke this resistance that should have flipped to support, which I mean, this candle didn't shoot through it immediately. It's a separate candle. I would have got out. So which pivot script is that indicator? I don't see the one with the 333. Yeah, this is pivot points high low. So pivot points high low. And that's usually all I have on my chart when I'm actually trading. This will be all I have. So I can just see the prices, right? So it just tell me recent highs and recent lows. That's why I use it. But pivot points high low. And this is just gonna change like how frequently you see those numbers pop up. The lower you take it, the more numbers you're gonna have. Right. If you're trading on the 1 minute, that's just gonna get real messy. So I like to do it like 3 or 5. Usually when I'm taking it down smaller time frames, I do 5. Should you swing and hope? Hell, sorry. Chad, hope is not a trading plan. Sorry for my language. Hope, like listen to what you're saying. You have to like be real with yourself. Swinging and hoping, like you that how do you relay that into an actual strategic, method? Right. So what it looks like you should do is you should have cut here, like we talked about. If you looked on a smaller time frame, once you saw all these lower highs coming in over and over again, then you should have cut that as well. Lower highs, lower lows, repeatedly coming through. Um, and that's it, right? But you shouldn't sit there and hold and watch your trade continue to die just because you hope it'll flip, right? You need to be able to explain your reason for the position in a way that makes sense so that you can make a reasonable prediction on what's going to happen. I'm staying in this trade because I know that Walmart's about to retest this support. And if it breaks that support, I'm going to cut losses and keep it pushing, right? I'm staying in this trade because the RSI or the MACD is doing this, and that makes me bullish, right? But the other way to look at it, and this is how I look at it or how I communicate it to people, if you weren't in that trade, Chaz or anybody in Walmart, if you weren't in Walmart right now, looking at it right now, would you get in? Would you get in? And when you look at it right now, removing yourself mentally from the fact that you're already in it, you would say, man, look at Walmart. It looks like it suckered people in for the gap fill and it's flipping. It's rejecting heavily on the daily. And when we take it down to smaller time frames, we see that we are moving very strongly in a bearish direction and we are not making any highs. We are just continuously dropping. So you wouldn't get in. It's going down, right? So if you know that you wouldn't get in now, why are you still in it anyway? All right. So don't lose more of your money. Please. Yeah, we got out on SPY at 10% or break even. Luther said he looking for puts on Walmart with the close below 139.44. Yeah, so Luther is looking at these levels we were just talking about. All right. Yeah, and that's what I was saying is that's going to be a spot you can bounce off of or continue to drop. Is that 139.45, 44 area, right? Those pre-market high, a pre-market range that was made right there. Is it a pre-market high? Yeah, it's pre-market high. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So that's that level that you can watch for, like I said. So exactly, Luther. Do I have a stop to break even on all my trades? For the most part, unless it's a swing, most of my swings again are like next day. So for the most part, Marvin, if I get in a trade, once I go up 10%, unless it's a 3-month out swing, for the most part, once I'm up 10%, I'm not giving that money back to the market. I'll break even. I'll take 20 trades and go break even on 15 of them before I go 20 trades and, take minus 20 on 20 trades. But when I'm looking at it like we are right now, when I'm looking at it live, it allows me to assess the trend and what's actually happening. And so like our SPY trade yesterday, we went down 10% almost immediately. I guess I don't still have it marked because I cleared everything. Yeah, I did clear everything out. But yeah, we took a SPY trade yesterday live and went down almost immediately. And then it flipped back and we got out with profit, right? And with that, It's because I'm looking at it live. It just retested we got calls and it pulled back and retested the support. And I said that it might do that during the day. Right. And that might have been over here yesterday. It was either over here or it was like right over here where it pulled back after entry. Yeah, I think this was it. Because we had like straight red candles after the calls, but it just came back and retested the, yep, this was it, the 429.15. So we got calls. I called calls out right here. Or right here. It was one of these two. And it came back immediately red, 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 red. Right. And so when you're using a P&L based stop, you would have got pulled out and you would have missed out on the continuation to the upside, right? But when you're looking at the chart and you're making your decisions logically off of what you see and not your P&L, which gives you no insight to the market whatsoever, I'm like, okay, we pulled back. What do we do? Well, we tested the high of this candle. We tested, this level right here, which was in this candle as well. We just tested previous resistance that turned to support, right? This candle made it support. So we cool. All right, down 10%, but I'm fine, all right? Because I see it's testing support. If it breaks below and closes below here, I'm out. But I'm not tripping. The trend is up. We're in an uptrend. This is a pullback in the uptrend, which we know we will get, and we good. All right. And then it went ahead, made a lower high, but also made a higher low, and then it continued up and we got out. All right. So typically though, I do get out. Do I have live data on TradingView? I think I do. I think I did just buy that. Yeah. Yep. Thoughts on SPY? What are your inputs on pivot high low? 3, just 3 across the board. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Thoughts on SPY? Looks like we're starting to get a midday reversal potentially. Maybe this could form a cup and handle, maybe. We'll see if we get a 1 minute cup and handle. I don't know if you're asking for SPY thoughts like overall. But that's it. We'll see if we push back through this level and we can come back here. And we can come back up here. He's not even on the Zoom no more. Thank you for explaining the threes for sure. Now, if you bought before the gap up, then take profit. That's on Walmart. Exactly. Can a swing trade be done with a small account, 1,000 to 1.5? Yeah. You can swing with whatever account size you have. You have to trade stocks that fit your account balance. If you got a $1,000 account, you shouldn't be trading SPX. You shouldn't be trying to trade Google, right? You can $1,000 account, you could trade, swing stuff like Boeing or stuff like, Walmart, Roku, right? You got a smaller account than that, then you're gonna be swinging cruise line stocks, airlines, Delta Airlines, Kroger for $50, Delta Airlines, $34 stock, CCL, RCL, Snap, Pins, Twitter, right? Pretty much any stock that is liquid, has high volume, and is under $50 should be fine to swing trade with an account that's like $500. Ford, Lucid, all that. So would you look at P&L for quick scalps and levels for a bit longer day trades? I don't. So when it comes to P&L and trading, I'll look at taking profits at a percentage, and sometimes I'll even do it with 5% where I move my stop loss to break even. But I'm not looking at a negative P&L isn't going to drive me to stay in the trade. All right. Now with this breakout, because we don't have, all right, this is a new low of day that we're making. So we don't have intraday targets below. All right. So 10%, 5%, that's a matter of account protection, capital protection, right? And keeping your money so that you can continue to grow your account. And I'd rather get out 5%, 8%, 10% than lose. So that's where the P&L comes into play. Is my P&L going down isn't going to cause me, or me being in a negative isn't going to cause me to close the trade if the chart says differently. But if I'm positive, I'm not giving that money back. All right, that's how people lose at the casino. Y'all know at the casino, you're supposed to take your money. You're like, this is the most I'm losing. It's $500. I'm coming with 500, right? That's the most I'm putting out. If I make an extra 100, I'm stashing that 100 and I'll keep playing with 5. And if I make another 100, I'm stashing that 100, keep playing with this 5. There's no way I'm gonna lose with more or with less than 500 or lose 500. If I lose the rest of this 500, I still got 200 stashed, right? And so you're trying to work your way back up. In that instance, you're trying to work your way back up. What you could also do, and this is what I'm doing, is I came to the casino with 500, I made 100, I'm only playing with that 100. And if I lose, I'm gone. I still got my 500 I came in with. So I'm not going negative. I'm not. SPY is looking like it's breaking out right here, so we can go ahead and look for continuation up. It came back and retested this support, right? Resistance turn support. All right. Again, this is why we don't force our scalps to turn into day trades and hope that they flip, right? This is why hope isn't a strategy. You held your puts right here, hoping that it was going to come back down. It did not. You're negative. All right. This is why we do that. Trim, take profit 10%. Or if you don't want to trim, like me, right, move it to break even. So I got out of SPY, like I said, I got out of SPY at break even. That's better than if I held SPY and right now I'm minus 30, right? And there's the difference between walking away like, dang, I just paid for my gas for the week, and being like, damn, now I'm down however much. Now I got to find some trades to make it back. You start getting in your head, right? Protect your accounts. How does NVIDIA 4-hour look? We're almost into demand. Oh, I'm on a 1. My bro, this look crazy. So are you talking about like over here? This area right here? Is that what you're talking about? We're almost to this level in the video. The video 4-hour. Yeah, it looks like we are gonna come back down here. What's this low? 181.45, 181.50. So we're inside right now. But yeah, we break this low, we could probably drop back down to retest 178.75. Let's set an alert. 180. What was it? 181. 181.50. Oh, this did make it lower. We're not inside no more. But if we take out this low again, we could probably take it further. 181.45. 181.40. Let's take it down to the 30. Take it down to the 23, Michael Jordan. 24, Kobe. Let's take it to the Kobe time frame. I'm gonna start calling trades up 24 minutes. Just for Kobe. 24-minute, 8-minute charts I'm gonna be trading for Kobe. Anybody know we're looking at Foreman right here? We talk about it every time I live trade. Same patterns over and over again. Over and over again. Somebody put in the chat what this is right here. I just drew. It's 31 messages in the chat I haven't looked at yet. That is crazy. Somebody put this pattern in here. We'll pop back to the video. What are my thoughts on Tesla? I don't know. We talked about this in DM yesterday. I told you about them puts. Did you hold? We talked about it in DM yesterday. I told you Tesla looked like it was finna keep dropping. That was it. You know, it doesn't look like no big drop. But yeah, still look like it's dropping back right here. You know, you double top right here, double top, triple top, however many tops you got. You know, and we got the bull flag breakout. Shit, we can bring that mug out here like that if you really want, but so I don't like this gap in this flag pattern. Or the fact that it broke this low, which to me kind of invalidates the flag. It didn't close below it, but you was thinking bearish on SPY from intraday trend. Well, bearish would be not working right now. I mean, so overall, yeah, because overall, when you scale out on like a little bigger time frame, you still bearish, right? If you want to, never mind. I ain't gonna call that up. You gonna leave that trade alone in my head. Thanks for clarification. You're welcome. Makes sense. Thanks for explaining the P&L stops. You're welcome. Bear flag on the NVIDIA 5-minute. Somebody said yes. So I know you're a scalper. Most scalpers use more size and take profits 10 to 15%. For smaller accounts, would you recommend scalping or day trading until you get your account to a certain amount? For smaller accounts, I typically prefer you do whatever makes the most sense. Because regardless of how you scale, right? If you know that you're going to be working at the job during trading hours and your job doesn't allow you to look at your phone during the day, then you can't scalp, right? If you work from home, you might be able to scalp, you know, but you have to do whatever makes the most sense. So regardless of whether you're swinging, day trading, or scalping, a 10% gain is a 10% gain. Multiple 10% gains adding up is multiple 10% gains adding up. So I recommend you get it however you need to get it so you can get it, you know? And that's just me. Like I'm yeah, I try to, it's not a one size fits all in my opinion with a lot of stuff. It's been on the individual. Um when I did a small account, whenever I've done small account like challenges and stuff, um, it's been a mix most of the time. But usually it's because I can sit here and trade that I'll sit here and trade and I'll scout. But you gotta do whatever makes most sense for you. When you lose a trade, you sell to close at like 5%, 5 to 10% loss. But thing is, sometimes your limit don't hit, which causes you to make a new order for a bigger loss. If you set in a limit order and you're not getting filled, then just sell that market. If you're not getting filled on your limit order and then you come back and have to make a new order anyway, just market sell. Yeah. Yeah. So what I was looking at on the video, um, what I was looking at on the video is 8-minute chart. Was that the 8-minute we were looking at? I don't know if it was on the 8 or the 3, but I was looking at the descending triangle. Right. And we talk about descending triangles all the time. Whew. Talk about them all the time, right? Descending triangles, descending triangle patterns, which is that downtrend, horizontal support, trend line resistance, right? Downtrend, horizontal support, trend line resistance, break continuation. Break retest continuation. Sometimes I still look at them without the downtrend, but I don't think that fully makes them descending triangle still. Man, because you got, it's not going to continue trend, right? It's a continuation pattern, not a reversal pattern, right? But we see the same thing here where we have downtrend, horizontal support coming in now, And then we have our trend line resistance. Downtrend, horizontal support, trend line resistance. Downtrend, horizontal support, trend line resistance. All right. So that's what I'm looking at on that. Cool though. Any last questions? Any last questions, comments, concerns? Again, today's live trade session is brought to you by the Wu-Tang. Bro, you made me want to do a mentorship again, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, I do not want to do that again. There's so many meetings and so many calls, but this seeing the growth is worth it, bro. You've turned into a completely different trader from our first mentorship call, bro, and I love it. Confidence, trade quality, trade log. Man, I said, bro, I ain't lost a trade. I don't know how long. Securing profits, right? So it's worth it. I know most people wouldn't recommend entering a trade with a market order due to wide spreads. Does it apply to something like SPY QQQ with tight spreads? Yeah. So if you got SPY QQQ that you trading, Apple, Amazon, if you enter SPY with a market order, you getting, unless you specifically have a certain price you're trying to get filled for. And so sometimes I'll set limit orders in anticipation of a pullback. So like say I want to trade this breakdown of NVIDIA, right? If I'm thinking, hey, NVIDIA, I want to get in when it breaks back down. I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. I don't tell everybody this. All right. There's something real quick just for y'all. What you could do right here is if you want to be really aggressive, you could take puts right here, right now, and have your stop loss be 182.68. You could. I'm not saying to do that, but you could, right? And that's having a super tight stop. And if it continues the pattern back down to retest, you're going to get a dollar move, right? So you're getting a dollar move potential profit target with a 20-cent stop, all right? That's a 5-to-1, right? So you could take NVIDIA puts right here and just like try to scalp them with the continuation of this pattern. Because you see, every time it's touched this trend line, it hasn't made a new high, right? All of these pushes higher haven't made new highs. So you set your stop loss at a high right above this current one, that would be your stop, all right? So that's like with the small accounts, those are the type of trades I was taking when I was building a small account, is looking at stuff like that where the risk to reward is extremely favorable. All right, we're trying to catch a dollar move and we risking 20 cents. You know what I'm saying? You take enough of those, right? You take 5-to-1s like that. Even if you lose five of them and get one right, minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, minus 80, minus 100. You get one right, you got 100. So you can lose 5 trades, win one, and you still break even. So all you got to do is make sure if you go 6, so that's what, 6, 1 for 6. So as long as you can manage to have above a 16% win-loss ratio, you good. Right? Now, if you got a 16% win-loss ratio, I don't know what to tell you. Go back to the drawing board. But those are examples of trades that I will take on my own. Sometimes I don't really call them out to the group because they are a little more aggressive, just because the group, I like to maintain a very strong win-loss. But on my personal side, sometimes I will take trades like that where my stop, again, looking at this trade, is nope, sorry, not along. Is down there. And that's it, you know. So when you look at that diagram, don't tell nobody I told y'all that. But when you look at it, right, your stop is right here, 182.70. Your take profit is right here. Retesting this area. So we'll take this low and these lows here. You got a four, right? Risk to reward. So again, you know, you take those, you're gonna come out straight. Do you stay on the market all day or do you have favorite time frames for my price action? No, bro, I just trade when I feel like it. I don't sit on the market all day unless I'm live trading. So I'm gonna get off. Darn it. Setting a timer. 5 minutes, I'm out of here. Sitting and look at the market all day is draining. It's draining as a mess, bro. It's so draining. I've done it plenty of times. But it's draining. So I usually will hop on whenever I feel like trading. Or I'll take my swings and just take profits. And I'm like, bro, I took 3 swings overnight. They all hit for 30, 40, 50%. I don't need to sit here and look in front of these charts all day, right? Just like I was saying earlier, is the whole point of this is to make money. And I left my job so that I didn't have to sit and look at screens all day, right? So if you would have took that trade, you would have got out on this break, right? You would have got on. I'm gonna jump on the call. I'm finna end this for Moody get on here. Tell that man take a break. All right. So that descending triangle pattern is breaking. And so if you did, hopefully you didn't. But if you did take that trade, you would have got out -5, -10. Nothing crazy, right? So that's how you could try to scalp some stuff. Am I trading for FOMC? Nope. Like I said, I didn't even know that was the day. Nope. I just traded because y'all like live trading. And that's it. Check out Spy.
Look at Fry Daddy clean up. Fry Daddy, we see you. You on mute, Fry Daddy. We can't hear you. Hey, Jordan, can I ask Dennis to say your line? What you say you're supposed to trade and take your money? I forget how Dennis said, how Dennis quoted.
I don't know. I just said Dennis can unmute though.
Dennis, what's the Jordan line? We trading to make money or something you said the other day.
Oh, you talking about on the Zoom call?
Yeah, when we was on the Zoom call.
Oh, about the news?
I don't know, something you had quoted, like when you see the money, you take it in, because Jordan said we trading to make money, not give money. I can't remember what you said.
Yeah, I can't remember either. That sounds like something Jordan said, you know, about taking profits. I can't remember either. Damn.
We'll figure it out. I got a lot of lines, bro. I got a lot.
Yeah, you do got a lot of lines. So I know we was talking about the news though. Where he was like GDP. He's like, man, what is that? Like, I don't know, bro. I'm on a 1 minute. GDP don't affect me on a 1 minute.
Very good.
So
that's great.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
And just FYI, Jordan, I just trailed out at 64%.
My God.
Damn, I missed that breakout, man. That was nice too. Man.
I love it.
That joint moved real quick.
I love it. That man said I just got out at 64% with the trail stop. With the trail. No trim.
In the Jordan voice.
No trims. Yes, sir. We taking our full bag today.
Yeah.
No trim. Not at all. Yeah, bro. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's my timer at? 1 minute and 10 seconds so I can get on with my life. Leave y'all alone. Moody, don't get on this Zoom, man. Go read a book and take a nap or something.
Moody can't handle it. He won't get on a Zoom, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's low key addicting, bro.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah,
But
like,
Moody needs to build an appetite up, get them for them wings. You know what I'm saying? He got to build an appetite up, you know?
yo, Moody with the wing.
Mm,
Read.
Tesla
Like,
about
wings
to
on
kill it.
Friday night wings. It's called the Friday Night WWW. Wings, Weeble, and Weed. You know what I'm saying? Do it.
Hey, that's Moody for you, yeah.
No, I was just playing.
That's funny, bro.
Medical necessities.
That is funny. Tesla.
That's
I mean, when you look at it though, it looks like overall we still don't have a big range on anything. Even Tesla got a $17 range today.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it got this gap above though. So I mean, you want to take the potential gap. Oh, it look like it already. Oh, this is pre-market.
Yeah, but you know, we scalp Tesla, bro. Quick 10% on Tesla that will definitely keep the 9 to 5 away. 10% every day on Tesla.
When did
Yeah.
Tesla get back to $900? What the hell?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
can you scalp any SPX, Dennis?
Well, when we was in puts on SPY, so I can't do 0 DTEs on my brokerage for Fidelity. So when y'all was in SPY puts, I took XBX puts.
Okay. Sweet.
About that. And then what I was going to do, I was going to be nasty and ride the wave up on calls, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm a chill. I think somebody else took that scalp on SPY. I read it in the chat, so
Yeah, MK.
Hey,
yeah,
George.
took
What
the
up?
scalp.
Sure.
So when I had a level on NVIDIA at 181 on a weekly. So that's was talking about just then because I kind of like I could have took that call. I was thinking when it first hit there and it held, I could have took it right there with a tight stop on.
Mm-hmm.
See,
But
that's
if you
why
look at on the weekly, you need to break over 192.75.
no, it's a level on the weekly that's real strong support. It's one, and I had it there for a while now. It's really strong on the weekly. 181.40. It's really strong there. It's really strong. It just like a magnet to that level. But I kind of overthink the plate, but it comes down there all the time. It's a lot of levels on that, but that 181 is a real 181.44 is a real good level. I could take it and then just keep a tight stop, even if it closed below it a little bit. I just get out, and I'm seeing you saying something like that because you was looking at the flag and it kind of threw me off, and I'm like, damn, that's like it's gonna drop. But I was thinking about a reversal, so I'm always thinking opposite of what y'all thinking, and I don't know why I don't trust myself, but that's what I was thinking when you were saying that.
Well, it broke above the flag. I mean, not the flag. It broke above this this in a triangle pattern. All right. So it broke above it, that trend line that was holding before. You can look at it retesting and then continuing to the upside.
Yeah,
Right.
I was thinking like the one where you got 181.45. I was thinking when you were saying that pattern, I was thinking calls. I said, man, I should get in when it was down there. I was thinking like it's gonna fly up. And you had that showing that pattern. I don't know. I'll be overthinking. I got to stop overthinking. Just trust me.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with you could have, and so by the same token, right? The same way I was talking about taking the aggressive puts on the retest of this trend line, you could take aggressive calls right here because we got the triple bottom on this time frame. We got 1, 2, 3 bounces, so you could have took calls and just set a stop loss that was like 5 cents below, and gotten out if you started making lower lows.
Yeah, I'm getting it now. It's getting closer. What you were saying up there, I could have did down there. So I'm just thinking it's kind of making sense now. A lot of things what you're saying. I appreciate you.
Good thing, bro. All right, y'all. My timer's been going off. So we hit our one and done, man. Hopefully, some people say they took profits on that 10%. Some people held. Hopefully, they got out of break even. We're gonna have some swings tonight. Maybe. We gotta see. But yeah, one and done for sure. For sure. Glad y'all came out. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out.
You the man.
This
Thank you,
live was
George.
sponsored by Wu-Tang. No, for sure. It's what we do. What we do, man. And Moody is gonna be doing a live aftermarket. Y'all got questions, y'all got chart requests. All right, bring them after market close. Moody gonna hop on. And that's it. All right, I'm gonna say this recording, post it up, all that. Holla at y'all. Y'all be safe out here.